This your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad, check it in. Today we got my main man, Mannie Fresh.
What's happening,
Yes,
family?
sir, yes, sir. He's gonna do an interview with me today about who is Red Dad, Blue Dad,
Yes,
so on and so forth. Tonight, it's gonna be a good night. But before we go into today's podcast, you know your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad gots to bring that energy.
Houses for the walkthrough inside a nightclub, strip clubs, big bucks, yes sir, that's right. You done got left if you don't got my new number.
Hey.
Rich man told me it's a part of the come.
Hey.
Remember when they used to want me to shut up? Now it's ironic cause I only conversates with them hunters.
Hey.
I ain't talking to you broke bitches, I got money now. All a nigga understand is
That's a message.
Thank you, Layla.
Damn.
Peter, what are we thank you? Shout out to Big Baby James on that song, man. I felt it, man. I felt it. I felt that song,
That's a
man.
good
That's
one.
what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right. Peace, family. Peace, man. This your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad, and Mannie Fresh. One of the best news reporters I know of crypto. When we build this Black Wall Street, this gonna be a crypto news report.
Yes,
Can
sir.
nobody bring the news like this brother here?
Appreciate it, brother.
Can nobody bring it?
I like that.
Yeah.
Wall Street.
Certified.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
So, you know, none of this stuff we do is retakes, all this just raw and uncut, just some brothers and sisters with our ear to the crypto streets and doing the best we can to create generational wealth and not keep our information in. Whether you are male or female, everybody's welcome in this space, man.
Absolutely.
Because we all in the same race together.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I'm not being a sexist. I know I'm born of a woman. I'm born from the lower self of woman. For me to rise myself up to a woman's higher self. And then once she look at me, she's looking at her reflection, then she got to give me my respect.
Absolutely.
And that's how I see it, man. So, my boy Mannie Fresh, you got some questions for me?
Yeah. Well, I got
This is not rehearsal. We're just gonna do our thing, man.
some questions. You know, I wanna really let the people know, and you know, we hear Red Dad, Blue Dad. Well, we just want to know, dive a little deeper. Who is Red Dad, Blue Dad? Right?
Oh man.
So, tell us a little bit about Red Dad, Blue Dad.
Man, Red Dad, Blue Dad, that's been a lifestyle, and I didn't realize it.
Okay.
You know, when you're born and how you're raised, you see there's always two sides to everything. Why is Coca-Cola? Why is Pepsi? Why is it a red state? Why is it a blue state?
Yeah.
Right? Why is it Democrat? Why is it Republican?
Yeah.
And why are we using the red and blue colors? You know, I always thought about that. You know, what is it? You know, and it just was a deep subliminal, red blood, blue blood.
Yeah.
If you look all this stuff up, you got all, you know, it all follows some type of family, some type of history and her story towards it. So that's kind of how the color came about. It's like a choice. Which choice do you make? And we all have free will. And some people are born into information, and some people have to realize information, right? Some people have to dive deep. Some people have to make sacrifices.
Right.
In my case, it was sacrifice.
Okay.
30,000, 40,000 hours of constructive information and not miseducation. And that made the difference. I bought my books. I wasn't giving books.
Gotcha.
Do you follow me? So I went down my own rabbit hole. I did my own research, right? And not just learned from his story, I learned from her story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Absolutely. So now that you broke it down, Red Dad, Blue Dad, and how you kind of made that your I would say your, not your alter ego, but
Yeah.
your second self, right?
Okay, yeah, definitely. And this if you relaying the red dad and the blue dad into a financial aspect,
Yeah.
then it's a choice. Then you realize, for me, when I say the blue dad, and again, I say this plenty of times, when I say a dad, I'm not necessarily talking about a man. I'm talking about the womb man as well, because
Okay.
you cannot be a man without the womb. So shout out to the
Absolutely.
feminine energy. So those are the original teachers again. So when you talking about being born into something, right?
Yeah.
that been passed down from generation to generation after generation after generation. What have you been passed down, man? Is it information? Is it knowledge?
Right.
Is it, you know what I'm saying? If it's something like that, or you just been passed down hearsay, his stories, and those type of things. You know, like for me, I looked at my family and where we come from.
Okay.
And one of the most successful people in the family was someone, the so-called go to college, right? And get a degree, right? And have a six-figure income.
Okay.
Maybe if you work 10 years and making $100,000 a year, that's what you can make $1 million in 10 years. But they still don't have that endless amount of, that's not generational wealth. They can't pass that down. They stop working. That's it.
That's it. The buck stopped there.
They stop right there.
Yeah.
They can't pass that degree to their children.
Yeah.
That wasn't generational wealth. And to me, that's that blue, that's like a blue, that's the blue dad when I'm talking about that. The highest, and even
exactly what you're
even a
talking
successful business.
Yeah.
As soon as you stop, you close your doors, what happens to your financial status? Goes away.
Done.
Done, over.
Done.
So you gotta keep spinning this hamster wheel as a blue dad. You gotta keep turning.
Yeah.
You gotta keep turning. Like if you don't work, they say you don't eat.
Yeah.
But there's some people that don't work at all. But they eat plenty.
Eat good.
They eat great. and that walking me into that red side, right?
Okay.
The red side, the red dad. And the red dad is the one where you can obviously see that they live a whole totally different life than what your family is living, right?
Yeah.
What are they doing? Are they any smarter? Do they work harder? Absolutely not.
Right.
You work hard more than their whole generation have worked as one person.
Yeah.
Just you alone, you work harder than that whole generation, man. Why is that? Is that by coincidence or is that by design? It's all planned out, man.
By design.
By design. So, then I realized, I say, okay, if they're not smarter than us, they don't work harder than us, then why are they in that position?
Wow.
Reading, brother.
Yeah.
Reading. Reading.
Yeah.
Well, they say you put the information in a book. You know what I mean? If you want to hide something from people that look like me and you,
Absolutely.
put it in a book.
Well, even in slavery, they kept us from reading, right?
Kept us from reading.
Yeah, because the truth is in plain sight. That's why. Because they wasn't smart.
Right.
They obviously read something, was given some type of literature,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
For them to have a position.
Yep.
Exactly. They got some books that we ain't read, brother.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
They're not any smarter. They just have different information than what we have. And once we have a little bit of that information, then we can do what we're doing today.
Right. Right.
Because this is out of the norm.
Build it.
So, and I realized that red side, man, like, again, they don't work harder, they're not smarter.
No.
They just been put in position. They just have information, man. And information, they had the uniform. They was born in uniform. And like when I keep telling y'all about information with the red dad, let me say, red dad is information, knowledge, and investments, right?
Okay.
So we are in a financial war. It ain't with guns. They ain't gotta walk around with the guns.
Yeah.
It's the battle of information right now. So are you informed? Do you have your uniform? Do you have your army? Do you have your soldiers and soldiettes?
Yeah.
With information. There's a small circle of billionaires that pass information around. And it keeps it in a small
In a
circle.
small circle.
They even keep the same guys and the same women in a small circle. They pass each other around.
Yes.
They don't let it out.
Yes.
They don't. Why is that? You understand what I'm saying? Because if we knew what they know, then they won't be in control.
Absolutely.
Wow.
You can say that.
Wow. Wow.
You know, so
That's deep.
and I'm here, man, like I'm here to that red dad is what I want everybody to be, man, because it's simple.
Right.
It's simple, man. It's just simple. You just need information and you need to read information. You gotta know how to read. That's the most important thing.
So let me
Not see, because your eyes play tricks on you.
Right.
So you
Right.
need to read it. And once you read it, you can see it.
Right.
Yeah.
So you said, I just want to back up a little bit. You
Yes, sir.
said you invested $1 about 30,000 hours. What was that? Or
30,000 hours of constructive information and not miseducation.
Wow.
That means
That's
that
sacrifice.
Yeah, that's sacrifice, brother.
That's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of hours. That's a lot of hours. I mean,
So what led Red Dad, Blue Dad?
that's a great question.
To that
That's
point.
great. That's a good one. So before I got to the financial aspect of things, I realized like certain things that I saw triggered things. Like, we was like in some type of matrix,
Okay.
right? And the number one thing is doctrination, religion. That was my main. No offense to any listeners or anybody in here, but my main thing was religion. Like, why do they force that on us so much, man?
The
You
control.
know, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm like, why is that forced on us so much? So I was raised in Georgia, man. I was raised with my grandma, and it's all church, it's all God. Everything,
Yeah.
it's all God.
I mean, on every corner,
Everywhere.
there's a church, right? In Georgia.
Everywhere,
right?
man. You know what I'm saying? It was like, why is this?
Okay.
And sometimes they walk out of church and it's right across from each other. They don't even say hi to each other. Are they in some type of gang or something? So I'm like, and I just did my research on following it. And it all led down to one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I looked at the Egyptians and, you know, over there and where it all started from them, then the Greeks to the Romans, and then the Romans to the American and to the Quran and all this stuff. So I watched it all unfold. And whoever controls the world controls the doctrine, controls the books, controls the money. So I read, so you know, all that stuff, just hours of just studying that, even studying UFOs, studying aliens. I studied all that. I wanted to know.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I studied natural health. I wanted to know, right? So that all led me to, and I also had to study the black woman.
Okay.
Once I studied that, it kind of molded me into me humbling myself. I ain't no powerful little woman. Get out of here. There's nowhere on this planet that a man is born of a man.
Right.
There's nowhere on this planet that a man comes from a woman. But there's facts and evidence that a man comes from a woman and a woman is born of a woman. So you tell me who's more creative, man or woman? So I had to respect that, right? So it led me to this like studying other what we call conscious people, and it led me down Dr. Deborah Blair, Dr. Phil Valentine's, Dr. Ali Africa. Man, I even listened to Omar Johnson.
Yeah.
I listened to his brother Polite. I listened to a lot of these dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And forgive me for not naming all the other people that I listened to.
Yeah.
Time and time, countless hours. Countless hours. If you want to see something, look at Dr. Deborah Blair, the Black Woman's God. Phil Valentine, Sexual Energy. Tundra. You know, learn your sexual energy. All that, man. I was watching all that. So it led me to another conscious brother. Sister AJ, she ain't here tonight. She put me on another brother called Crumb. But I heard Crumb. I was watching Crumb. And Crumb was like, man, it's a new thing coming out, but I know y'all people ain't gonna be on it. I know y'all ain't gonna pay attention. He was talking about XRP.
Wow.
Crumb was.
Wow.
That's the first time I ever heard about it.
How long ago was this?
This was back in. It was last year sometime. So
Okay.
if I don't want to date, this was back in April, I think.
Okay.
So Brother Crumb had a thing on there. Where's this new money? It was like, man, you guys ain't gonna listen anyway, but I'm gonna get me some. And he kept talking about it, kept talking about it. It's gonna be a new currency. He didn't know much about it because he ain't a crypto guy.
Right.
He just talk about stuff that spirituality and Africanism and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, and he went to talking about it. So he was like, XRP. So I wrote it down.
Okay.
Right? It was over with. Ever since then, it haven't been not one day I did the research for XRP.
The baby.
Yeah, man. So that's how I came about investing into crypto.
So that's
From
how
Brother
that's
Crumb.
how I started.
Brother Crumb, true story.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's fast forward to today. You've been investing in crypto for a while now. What would you say to someone looking to get started in crypto? Because it's a really unfamiliar territory for a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't know something, like me, if I don't know, I might just kind of shy away a little bit, right?
Okay.
So what can you tell those that don't know about crypto? Where would I start?
Well, if I always show people where we at. First of all, you got to give them a psychological evaluation. You can't just tell them about crypto. They'll run. It's normal because they're not talking about it on their social media. They're not talking about it on their Facebook, their Minecraft. They should. They maybe talking about it now.
Right.
But you have to give them a psychological evaluation. You have to open them up to the realization of what's really been happening in life and how are we transforming. How we went from the steam engine to the train to the plane, from beeper to cell phone, payphone to cell phone, from Blockbuster to Netflix. You gotta paint them a picture.
Okay.
You gotta paint them a picture first. You can't just tell them about investing in crypto.
Okay.
So you have to continue to paint them a picture. Paint them about the reality of things that's really going on now. How much physical cash are you spending? You mean you don't ran it down to them like,
Right.
okay, when the last time you spent cash?
Yeah.
And you breaking it down. Do you know who Amazon is? Do you know what kind of company that is? Right? Don't you know this company is on the stock market? Don't you know you probably use Amazon more than you go to Walmart in a week?
Yeah.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So you can invest in this, right? So you breaking them down, that type of stuff. You gotta get them to see. If Amazon was this price, would you invest into it, knowing that it's over $3,000 per stock now, or whatever it is?
Yeah.
And you paint them a picture. What if you can get that when it was $1? Would you invest? So you breaking them down. You paint a simply stupid picture.
Okay.
Simply stupid. You paint it for them.
Okay.
And then now you when it gets to the crypto side, so now you merging them into the crypto, right? And explaining to them that this investing to crypto could be like investing to all these stocks all over again, pennies on the dollar.
Okay.
So that's how you wean them into it.
Okay.
So either you invest into your future, or you can let it pass you by.
And it will pass you by.
You already know it.
It
Yeah.
will pass you by.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. You slow walk somebody in and see if they are ready to receive the information.
You gotta be ready to receive the information. They gotta be ready. It's boot camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just for the people to understand our relationship with Mannie right now, right? Here's my relationship with Mannie right now. When I first met Mannie, I asked him. I was introduced to him by Brother E. Right?
I remember that.
And I always told E, I said, listen, E got a good heart. He want everybody to eat and understand where he at. But I said, before I bring him into this world, I gotta see if he's ready. I gotta call him.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, I gotta give you a psychological evaluation, brother. No disrespect.
Yeah. When he said that, I was like, evaluation? Yeah, you know what I mean? But I said, okay, I'm riding with it. Let's go.
Yeah, so I asked him, what do you know about crypto? Well, I don't know much. I dib and dab to the Forex and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But he didn't know anything about crypto, which is cool.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see what was his sacrifice of him willing to understand what is crypto.
Yeah.
Because listen, I'll be a man enough to say, hey, invest into this, and have a good life. Because you're not gonna receive the information that I'm gonna offer, but I'm gonna tell you about it. Either you invest into it or you don't.
Right.
Peace. Because other than that, I ain't gonna let you waste my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time is
Right?
valuable.
So I talked to the brother, and I seen his smartness, seen his sharpness. He been waiting on it, and that's what he been waiting on it. He been waiting.
Yeah.
You can feel it. You can feel a person in. Nigga, I've been
you
waiting
feel
on
that.
this,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And I told him, I say, brother, your life ain't gonna be the same, man. If you can see what I'm gonna present to you, there's nowhere in the world your life is gonna be the same.
It's true.
Have I lied to you?
No, sir. No, sir.
Because this is your sports,
Yep.
this is your television,
Yep.
this is your soap operas,
Absolutely.
this is your Desperate Housewives.
Yes.
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 And James, I used to play NBA Live, man. I don't play it no more.
Right.
But hey, it's a sacrifice, though.
It is a sacrifice.
Days of our lives.
Yeah.
It is.
But it is a
Restless.
sacrifice.
Younger than
Young and
Yeah.
restless.
So it's only for, the sacrifice is only for a short period of time.
Yeah.
Trust me,
Yeah.
it ain't long. What we talked about today, Dog Corn came out in 2013.
Yeah.
And they was getting in fractions of a penny, bro.
Fraction.
And all it went up 7, 8 years and made you a millionaire. And here we are looking for a pension in 30 to 35 years to be a millionaire. I'll make millions for the rest of our life. Suppose.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous.
30, 40 years.
That's ridiculous. So, hope that answered your question, brother.
Yeah, it absolutely did. Absolutely did. Okay, we getting there. 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 So let me go a little deeper now. So we talked about preparing the mind to receive the information.
Okay.
Once we receive the information, how do I move forward now? Do I need to be like you did your psychological evaluation?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So, and at that point, you deem that person fit to
Now
move
that
forward.
you fit
Pass
it.
the test.
Right.
Yeah, now that you passed the test,
Right. So what's the next
you
step?
took the red pill or the blue pill.
Okay. Right.
Right? So now I can take you down the rabbit hole.
Okay.
Because why? I got her waiting on you. I got her waiting on you. I got her waiting on you. We all finna you got work to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got work to do.
Yes.
Okay.
You gotta become financially fit.
Yes.
You gotta work. You're in boot camp now.
Yes.
Gotcha.
It's a world of information record, and it ain't gonna read itself.
No.
It ain't gonna watch itself.
That's true.
No.
These investments ain't gonna invest in itself.
No.
You gotta apply the work.
Yes.
And it is a lot of information out
That's a
there.
lot of information. It's a lot of reading.
I'll tell you that, family.
See, that's one thing that we gotta know, right? We used to have to go to libraries and check out books.
Yeah.
Right on our phone is our library.
Yes.
Yeah. At your fingertip.
We got bots called Google that go find you the quickest information the fastest. Here's the library right in your hand. Here's the encyclopedia right in your hand. Here's the dictionary right in your hand. We have all the tools in the fourth industrial revolution to be successful. And these are the things that we're investing in. So once they come in, you're gonna realize that your phone is your most valuable access.
It is.
YouTube is your college.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's true.
Coin Market Cap is your newspaper.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Coin Geico is your newspaper.
Yes, sir.
Coin Desk is your news station.
That's it.
Huh?
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
Okay.
those are the type of things.
So, all right, my mind is ready.
Yes.
I'm now 2 feet, 3 feet down in the rabbit hole. Where do you see crypto going for me to continue down this rabbit hole? Do you see crypto striving? Do you see crypto just a fly-by-night thing? It's a hype thing? How can I, as someone that knows nothing about crypto, right, grew up on knowing about dollars, working hard for, so I hear people say, well, the dollar is dying. How to me that has never invested, right?
Okay.
How does that make sense what do you mean the dollar's dying? So take me down a little deeper down this crypto hole here, or this rabbit hole.
Well, let's put it this way. Do you know about the American dollar? You know that is nothing backs it but the army, the sticks. That's the only thing that backs it.
Right.
Same as crypto, right?
Wow.
Okay. But crypto is for the people. Crypto is really for the people. Is the dollar really for the people? I can make my own crypto and don't go to jail. But if I make my own dollar, they locking my ass up.
In a
So
heartbeat.
which one's for the people?
Wow.
Right?
That's a good answer.
That's a great answer.
That's a
I
great
never
answer.
even thought about it.
I didn't even think about that.
So here it is, right? Where the dollar actually enslaves people in other countries that can't afford it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You have the government come in, right? Using missionaries and all this stuff.
Yep.
To build a church so they can create government.
Yep.
And then once they create government, now they can take over their natural resources. Now they give them running water, which they can't afford, lights, which they can't afford.
Yep. Ooh.
So now you have
There we
indigenous
go.
people that's mineral rich
Yeah.
become third world countries now
Absolutely.
because of the dollar
Because of the dollar.
Because of the dollar.
in the army.
Wow.
See,
Okay.
it goes down to one of the greatest movies I ever seen was Rambo. Believe it or not.
Rambo.
Rambo.
That was
Man,
good.
they was out on the boat. The lady was a missionary. They were going out there with Bibles. Rambo was like, nah.
This ain't gonna do
These
it.
people don't you don't want no Bibles, man. These people, they already know what time it is. They don't want
Yeah.
this.
Right.
They already know this don't work.
Yeah.
Your paper don't work. Your money paper don't work.
Yeah.
Your paper in the books don't work for these people.
Yeah.
It don't. Why you think they're fighting? They're fighting against this.
Yeah.
So you're coming out there with the wrong thing,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So these little countries are using more crypto than they're using dollar. So anytime you see a country says that they're using Bitcoins, then that's do away with the dollar.
They're getting rid of it.
That mean our gas price just went up. That mean our loaf of bread just went up.
Yep.
Wow.
The more and more, even right here in our backyard, Miami,
Yeah.
little South America, is trying to use Bitcoin. What they telling you? They don't want the dollar.
They don't want the dollar. Right here.
Right in your own
Right here.
backyard, right here in America.
Wow.
It's right here, bro. They got clubs that accept 100% digital currency. They got a stadium that's a digital currency stadium. Miami Arena changed to FTX, right?
FTX, yeah, right.
Right? You have the government officials that soon or not can get paid in Bitcoins, but the taxes, water bills, sewer bills,
the residents,
you get paid
yeah.
in taxes with digital
crypto.
currency. So it's not here.
It's here.
So when these cities eavesdrop and enough news get in, they next, they're gonna spread. You got Dade County, you got Broward County next. They just got paid all this for the crypto. Look how much money they making.
Right.
They're gonna be being the commissioner here. Whoop the whoop the whoop. Hey, you're gonna get a digital currency friendly commissioner. It's gonna keep spreading like wildfire.
Okay.
Fire.
So yes, so that's for the new people. You painting. That's why for the new people, you're not gonna necessarily do it on. You gotta be a strong person to go out and invest on your own, not knowing nothing about investing. You gotta be strong. You gotta be like a James type dude. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too many people like James. It's not.
It's true.
Can literally research something less than a week and come back to me, and I've been doing this shit over. What? He's not normal.
Right.
So they gotta distract people like that. And there's a whole bunch of James out there distracted with education, with doctrine. You know what I'm saying? So, but when we can get people like this that's doing this, you can't tell us sky ain't the limit. You can't tell us we can't make America great again.
For us. It's
For us.
Yes.
For us.
Yes. Okay.
They already great.
Yes.
Thank you for answering that. So, all right, we going deeper now into this hole, right?
Okay.
So in any game, any sport, you gotta know the players, right?
Ooh.
You gotta know the players in the game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm a big time Dolphin fan,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So, yeah.
Don't bet on them.
Hey.
We won't judge you.
We will,
But listen, I don't know too many other teams, and I'm gonna hold on to this, that went undefeated, right?
We ain't gonna judge it.
But don't judge me.
And don't win the Super Bowl.
And lost the Super Bowl.
Hey, but I know the players on that team.
Okay.
Too.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And even now, I mean, one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. I say what you want to say, but Dan the man.
He was. He
Dan
was.
the man, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Give you that.
You know, got a head coach, shooter,
Okay.
right? So I'm just kind of bringing us full circle here, right? So tell me now that we're in this hole now, we're talking about crypto, who are the faces, who are the people that I should be kind of remembering in this game?
All right. So basically, let's look behind the scenes, and we'll come on the scenes.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna bring it to who really controls it.
Okay.
Of course, the Queen. My opinion,
The Queen.
right? But and all their family, and Bill Gates and all them is some kin to the Queen, right? So when you come to America and all this computer, digital currency is computer money. So who was our number one computer guy? Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
If you bring it everything back down, it's a Bill Gates Foundation that supports our business partners with all these cryptos, somewhere somehow, right?
Okay.
So that's behind the scenes,
Okay.
right? So now you have faces of the business. You have man-made millionaires, not self-made. Man-made billionaires, not self-made. So now you have the faces of the business that deals with this new world order thing that we're doing with digital currency, right? It's a new world order.
Okay.
It's the whole bloodline, it's the whole thing that's been doing it. And getting us prepared. Boom. Right? So
Okay.
before I get to the boom, here's your players. So currently,
Okay.
well, you have the $100 bill, which is the color money, right?
Money, grant.
Blue face, right?
Yeah.
That will be your last $100 bill.
Mm-hmm.
Call it a non-fungible token. It's the last one. They'll never ever make it again, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it, it got stripes going in it. It's like they knew something.
Yeah.
They knew that was the
Yeah,
last
that
one.
was it.
They knew it. So now that person that signs that money, right? The person tells you they're going to a new currency.
Currency.
Rosa Rios, right?
Right.
Okay.
She tells you they're going to a new currency. What do you mean you're going to a new currency? You're not. So you telling me you're not gonna? There ain't gonna be no more hundreds?
No $100 bills.
No.
So I gotta follow this person. She signs our money.
Uh,
Where the hell she going?
but she
Okay.
What she know?
Right.
She signs the money.
What was her name now?
Rosa Rios.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
At that point, she became very valuable to follow.
2014.
Yeah, she's a player.
She's a player.
2014.
So how can I follow her? Where did she go? I kept following. I'm on listen.
Money trap.
I don't follow nobody, no offense, nobody lifestyle. I follow money.
Money trap.
I follow her lifestyle. I follow her job description. And where does she work now?
Ripple.
Ripple.
Bill Gates.
Where she work, E.T.?
Ripple. Bill Gates.
Anybody know what Ripple is in here?
XRP.
Okay, why
Let's
does
go.
she work for Ripple?
Board of directors.
Board of directors.
Why does she work for Ripple? Wait a minute, Ripple was a scam. They fighting the SEC.
Right.
Why does she work for doing this? Wait a minute. She ain't do her research and say, oh, I'm gonna go work for this company that's facing a lawsuit against the SEC.
Wow.
Really?
Big dog.
She ain't that smart.
Scraping.
She going to a job that she gonna get.
Scraping.
Yeah,
Put in jail?
Yeah, put
right,
in jail.
right,
How she gonna better feed her family?
Right.
You really think so? So I had to follow her.
Okay.
Right? I follow her. Who is the SEC? Right? What are they for? They really to help us? Just another hand in the cookie jar, like the motherfucking FDA. Listen, you can put doo-doo in a bottle. If you got $100 million to pay them, you can sell it.
You can sell it.
FDA
Somebody
approved.
take some.
But if you go outside and you selling this doo-doo and everybody like it and they catch it,
They
they're gonna lock you up. They're gonna find you.
Yeah.
Right? But if you
Yeah.
put their stamp on it, it's good.
It's good to go.
SEC is the same thing.
So we're paying for the stamp.
If you're paying me, and you're secure.
Okay.
If you ain't security, I'm gonna find out ways that I can get you to build security so you can pay me. What is that's like a code enforcement. A person is walking around just giving codes.
Yeah.
That's just that's taken. What the real benefit of that? Who owns that? Who gets the real benefit of these type of things, man?
Right. Okay.
What is the money going to? Okay, if you're a government agency that's doing this, show us where do the money goes that you take these money from these companies. Where did it go into? Do anybody know? Where did it go?
Yeah, that's a good
So,
question.
Look like greed to me.
Yeah.
So the SEC stuff with Ripple and all that, again, that's just soap opera.
Okay.
That's just young and restless.
Fake news.
Fake news,
Fake news.
distractions, just to take us
Especially when they look
from where we're
at
going. Just to create FUD.
Yeah.
Y'all know what FUD is, right?
Yeah.
Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So that's how I see that. Okay. Let's see more. You said more players in the game.
Yeah. Who else can I follow?
Oh man.
You know, me being new to this space, you know, I wanna.
Fact check.
Right.
Fact check.
Let me
You
see.
got the SEC.
Yep.
You got the Federal Reserve. You got the money. Rosa
Okay.
Rios. Signed the money. You got the SEC.
She's the money.
Next, you want to go to, I would say, a good person to follow. It's because once you follow those two things, that's kind of like the law of it.
Okay.
Now you want to follow the money.
Trap.
You want to follow the money trail. You want to follow your tokens that you invest into.
Correct.
You want to follow the people who is the face of the business of what they talking about, what's the next things, and that's pretty much it, man.
Okay.
You know, ain't nothing else to really know the more of the faces of the game. There's always gonna be new faces in the game. You don't want to follow Elon Musk
Please don't.
because speaking on the Elon Musk,
Yeah, talk to me about
this brother do not control the market. He don't. What he do is he uses contracts to his advantage. Bitcoin has 5 contracts that expires and they reopen, and he only speaks around those contracts when the federal government is finna buy the contract or the contract has got to be renewed or it ends. That's when he speaks. So that's gonna to the market, and it's gonna make it seem like he really got that much power, and he's only speaking around those dates. So if you can download the Fed app, Fed Now app, New York, and you can understand the dates of the Bitcoin contracts, and you can understand the pullbacks of the market.
Can you give me that website again?
Fed Now app, New York.
Okay.
That's what you want to follow.
That's it right there. Okay. All
That
right.
will
Money
control
trap.
the market and stocks.
We follow the money trail.
Yes, sir.
Or if you want to follow the money, you can follow the Winklevoss twins.
Okay.
They got big money. Those guys used to be. They sued Facebook, and they invest heavily in the Bitcoin and different other coins.
They were the ones that started out with Bitcoin. They were the first ones running around with it before anybody else was in Bitcoin.
Yeah, they
were
was.
the ones that took off with it.
That's
before.
what I seen too.
What's his name? Barry Silbert and Dan Moorhead. Those are other billionaires that invest.
I have another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Everybody's not going to do their research. Not everybody's going to do the research. Some people need guidance. Some people are too busy in living in right now to think of tomorrow. If you had a starter pack of coins, what would be a starter pack for 5 coins?
Start going.
And just to cover my brother, he is not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. Go ahead.
No, this is his
That part.
advice.
That part.
Okay.
We gotta cover them. We don't want no
You have a
lawsuits.
starter pack.
Educational
That's my boy. I got to
Educational
Right,
purpose.
right.
Because whenever
Education.
I
Those lawsuits.
Right.
For
Right.
entertainment.
Entertainment.
Somebody-
Those lawsuits.
Entertainment only.
That crypto weed now, well, we go back
Do
to
that.
thousandaires.
What's the first few ones that you would get? So
In the
sometimes
crypto market, you got to understand what controls the world right now.
foundations.
Payments,
Digital.
the contracts of the payments, right? The security of the payments,
absolutely efficiency.
How the payment's gonna get
the
there.
How fast it
the
Fast as it is.
Yeah. Well, that,
Taxes.
yeah.
Taxes
Um,
and shit.
it's
We
the-
duck taxes.
Scalability.
How the payment gonna get there?
Well, that's all gonna fall underneath these things.
Absolutely.
So
Mm-hmm.
you wanna know what makes the world go down. Insurances of it,
Okay.
and what is the store of value of it? Store of value, right? So store of value means people gonna save money. People want to retire. People gonna always want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No matter
Mm-hmm.
what,
Right.
you know. So when it comes to the store of value, if you can't afford it, everybody pocketbook is different. Like you said, it's not financial advice.
Mm-hmm.
If you can afford Bitcoin,
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Bitcoin,
Buy you 1,000
Absolutely.
shares.
Bitcoin.
It's not going anywhere.
I ain't gonna tell you,
9K.
listen, I personally, in my personal space, I know you can't afford to buy no goddamn 10 to 100 Bitcoin. So, but I know you can make money off lower coins. But
Lower
that's
coins.
the reason why I wouldn't
That's how
tell
focus. Right.
my circle to invest
My
in
circle.
Bitcoin. We ain't got that kind of money.
Starter pack.
So,
Starter pack.
but I'm saying starter pack can be with
Goonie.
people who got money. Everybody's financial situation
If
is
I
different.
don't have enough money,
You gotta-
that's my starter pack.
You got to stake that.
I want to
Oh,
belong
What's
in
best
this black
suitable
Wall
for
Street.
us?
Okay, again,
It don't make sense to
Okay,
invest like Brett said.
I'm gonna say as a store of value,
Store value.
Bitcoin's number one.
Absolutely.
Whether you put $100 or $200 and forget about it, that is a great store of value.
Bitcoin. Okay.
Bitcoins, right? Now Ethereum, it's got a lot of competition going on right now. There's some substitute things that you can use for Ethereum. You know what I'm saying? Especially for the amount of money that you can buy. You can get some stuff that's gonna be a little bit better, as effective.
Okay.
So something that hasn't hit yet that's gonna surpass Ethereum is called flat network, which would be, so if you have money for a smart contract, it would be flat network when it drops.
Flat
Right?
network.
Flat network.
Okay.
Now, when you're dealing with
So right now we're at Bitcoin and Flare Network.
yes,
Mhm.
This is the starter pack, three
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
yeah. So now when you're dealing with more of a blockchain, more of a history and her story of every single product existed, I would say VeChain.
VeChain.
Okay.
VeChain would be something as a great starter package.
Okay.
Because the
Yes,
price
sir.
entry point.
Y'all got
VeChain.
VeChain. We
Yeah.
got VeChain.
I said yes, sir.
That's personal.
What about Telcoin?
Huh?
Telcoin.
Tailcoin is great. Tailcoin is great.
So-
Cause she say five.
Okay, so we at
You put
VeChain is number.
VeChain.
VeChain is number 3.
number 3. Okay, he said number 3.
How about
Okay.
We wouldn't even listen to you if you didn't
Well,
start with.
No, he said
Well,
So
Bitcoin is like
1.
a mystery coin.
Mixer, okay.
I wouldn't put Bitcoin in the 5.
If you could afford it.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily put it under the 5.
So we're
Is
gonna
it
put.
But I'd be a
we're gonna
fool
put
not to
Bitcoin.
tell you not to have some.
We'll
Okay.
have some if
Right,
you could.
right,
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wouldn't distract Bitcoin from the 5.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
Bitcoin is just on the side.
Bitcoin's everywhere. You got the ATMs. Look at the
You got
shit.
ATM, you
It's
got
everywhere.
everything.
Everywhere.
It's hitting
Right.
you right in the face. It's right in the face. You can retire with Bitcoin. I trust
7-Eleven.
capital.
Okay, I'm tipping.
7-Eleven.
What was number 2?
Why you don't
We
invest in
said
that?
Bitcoin.
It's hitting you.
Ethereum.
Well, Ethereum.
No, don't include Bitcoin as one.
Ethereum.
It's just-
Let's start. Ethereum.
I didn't say
Bitcoin will say we could if you can afford it
Afford
to
it,
the
if you can
investment
afford it.
portfolio.
Yeah.
Oh, so watch this. So here we go. Let me help him out. So
VeChain.
if we're gonna talk about it, Bitcoin is kind of like the no-brainer,
The
right?
grandfather.
No-brainer.
That's the grandfather.
Because
Yeah.
that's the grandfather. That's the one you could definitely.
Pay your respect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then from there, then it's
Right. Start
No,
from there.
you
Then
start from there.
Then you start from
Okay.
after Bitcoin.
So Bitcoin is on its separate blockchain.
So
So we're gonna put
so
Bitcoin in a
VeChain,
separate place.
I can't say Cloud Network because it's not here yet.
Not
Right?
yet.
not yet.
Not yet.
So-
not yet.
We're starting with
VeChain,
VeChain.
right? Then I would go
That's my
to
baby right there.
I love that one too.
now far as the
Supply chain network good.
for the gaming,
Okay.
they're gonna be casinos.
Like casino coin.
Right.
Sounds like it's
Everything gonna be gaming on your phone, gaming in the casinos.
Motherfucker.
CSC XRPL.
Okay.
Casino coin.
CSCX.
We
All
gonna
right.
gamble.
We're gonna gamble.
We gonna gamble.
Through
Say it
pandemics
again.
and all.
Games,
But what are the people who don't gamble?
right?
Like they.
Invest.
She green.
ERA.
Yeah.
I still
They don't
would
get
Say
one.
the name again.
XRP.
Huh?
Veracity.
CSC XRPL.
Okay. All right. So that's two.
XRP.
All right.
That's two.
Give me three more, brother.
Yeah, tickets, yes.
Man, it's so much good stuff out there.
That's exactly what we
Good
need a
chain.
starter pack.
She said
I would say,
we got 3 so far, right?
We
oh
got
my
two.
goodness.
No, we got
I
3.
would go with the Ripple
We
Net.
got
The number one,
V-Chain
the
and
number
CS.
one, the
Three.
number one Mimi coin.
Mimi
Shiba
coin.
Inu right now.
Shiba
Shiba
over
Inu.
over
And number
Moon Rock. What that shit? Moon Rock.
Safe,
Something?
safe,
Coin.
safe.
Moon.
Safe
Yeah,
Moon.
Shiba Inu
Shiba
on
over
there.
Safe Moon.
Okay. Shiba actually got an exchange started.
I would still go back to Ripple only because of their what they've already established.
I haven't
with that
done that
XRP.
yet.
There
We
you
got
go.
that.
We got three right now. We got three now.
We only on 3.
We're only on 3 coins.
Okay.
We're gonna go into
Repeat, the 3 coins are
Make sure.
V-Chain,
Yep. V-Chain.
Casino.
Casino coin.
Casino Coin,
And we talked about
Shiba Inu.
Shiba Inu.
Right.
You got 2 more coins.
I'm gonna say the best for last. You already know I'm saying
Come
the
on,
best for
man.
last.
Gonna go with Polkadot or Cardano too.
I would say Polka. To me.
Let me go. Let me
That 2 more coins.
I'm trying to get the starter pack
God,
for
You should be
for somebody
proud.
like
And this is
Yeah,
my
I know, I'm
first
proud
time
of them. I'm
tuning
proud,
in.
I'm
You should be
proud.
proud.
for
I'm
somebody
proud. I'm proud.
that
I'm
doesn't
proud.
know where to go.
I'm
You know
proud.
why I came? The starter pack comes from. I told Jenny that
I'm
I
proud.
worked with as a mammal.
Right.
Yeah.
Said, what do you want to invest in? I said, well, I'm investing in this
So-
and this and that. She didn't even
So
research. She just bought it.
She just bought it.
I'm
Right.
coming
now-
in.
So
Tuesday.
now, as a little bit more of a price entry, okay, we're going to look into a higher price entry now.
Absolutely.
You got Polkadot or you got Quant.
Which one? You're on the
That's
starter
a
pack.
that's a
I don't know
flippable
what
coin. I would say Polkadot because the price entry point is better.
Okay.
Polka
Yeah,
dot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scalability.
Damn, that's 4.
That's 4.
You're at 4. A starter
Remember now,
pack.
this is somebody
All right.
that
This is
don't
a
know.
baby.
All right. All right.
A baby investor.
All right.
And we got
It's
XRP,
too big.
baby.
And
You gotta go
XR,
back to XRP.
I gotta go to XRP.
XRP.
You know I'm gonna go to XRP. Come on, man.
All right.
I
family.
mean, the reason why, XRP is the King Dingling.
Well,
you
so
know,
now our top
We got our 5.
are- I mean, well, our starter pack
Starter
is
pack.
V-Chain,
This is Jim's dropping now. Jim.
Casino Coin,
Jim's dropping.
She.
Shiba.
Shiba Inu,
Polka dot.
Polka
Got
Dot,
a Polka.
XRP.
And
XRP.
now I can
That's
tell.
a great
Now I can
starter
tell.
pack.
Now I can tell y'all
And
my
those are
personal.
stuff that you
I can
Hold
tell
on,
you.
let me,
Now,
I'm gonna take you there. I'm gonna
Okay.
take you there. Let me take you there. Let me take you there. Let me take you there. So, all right, family.
That's a good starter pack.
Yep.
Y'all heard it here. This is not financial advice.
No, it isn't.
We are not financial advisors. But if you have ears to hear, right, and eyes to see,
And money
we
to
just
invest.
gave you 5 tokens
Yeah, free of charge.
that you could go in right now
Free of charge.
and just let it do what it do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna repeat those for you, okay?
Say it again.
So we got first one was V-Chain.
Yeah.
Second one was what do we say?
Casino Coin.
Casino coin. Casino coin.
And spell it out for them so they know.
CSC
XRPL.
XRPL, right?
Because some people are researching it while
We
you
got Shiba Inu,
Shiba Inu.
right? We got Polka Dot, and I think my brother will never let go of this one here. XRP, right? So that's your 5 starter pack.
That's your starter pack.
Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna go a little personal with Red Dad, Blue Dad. Red Dad, Blue Dad. Tell the people. Now that you done gave us 5 of your stuff,
Yeah.
what are you passionate about? Like, if what's Red Dad? Like, if I heard you give me the 5, but what is the one that means the most to you? What stands out the most and why?
Hey man, you go with your first love. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
It might be your mom. You know what I mean?
Right.
It might be your grandma.
Yeah.
Go to what you know. You go to what raised you. Don't forget where you come from.
Okay.
You know, I came into the game with the information of XRP.
XRP.
I studied every single day, and still to this day, every day, I studied it. That's where most of my buying power came from. 90% of my buying power. XRP.
Okay.
But not only that, I'm bullish on XRP, which XRP to this day would probably be my most dollar amount crypto as far as my holding dollar amount.
Okay.
Not my most assets, but my most dollar amount.
Dollar amount. Okay.
But I think Casino Coin is XRP all over again. To anybody that's listening, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, not financial advice. But if you didn't get a chance to buy XRP pennies on a dollar, you get a chance to buy it all over again with Casino Coin. Because it's just a clone of it.
Okay.
But I gave my starter for people who starting, but I think I'm the most bullish on XRP, Casino Coin, Tailcoin, and BAB. Right?
Okay.
And another one that I'm more bullish on now is Quant.
Okay.
Quant is gonna be big.
Family, y'all heard? Alert. We gave you the 5 starter pack.
It's a little pricey
We
right
gave you the
now.
5 starter pack. We're just
Quant.
doing a little extra.
Yeah.
I just want to highlight the gems that we dropping right
Yeah,
now.
you know.
Tailcoin, Bab,
Yeah.
Quant.
I think
If you don't know, my brother's giving you information that is worth literally millions of dollars.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's amazing what in this market you got to understand. It's not a get rich quick scheme, but you can. You might just do.
Yeah.
It's definitely faster than what you're gonna make on your job in 10 to 30 years. That's for sure.
Or in your savings.
That's guaranteed.
Oh,
All your savings,
Savings account.
definitely your savings.
Okay.
Definitely your savings. You have a question?
So how about the schools giving the students the opportunity to pay for their education with cryptocurrency? What do you think about that?
I never heard that. But
I think I did.
I heard it too.
I think I
seen it.
recently heard something about that. But that just goes to show you that I think the dollar that we talked about earlier is no more. There's a new system coming in place. And if the school systems that are businesses are willing to accept that, I need to really focus in on what this thing really is, family, right?
yeah,
If businesses are willing to accept this, educational institutions are willing to accept this. So I gotta make it clear, right? Let me stop and think now.
So, but with education and Cardano is surrounding, their project is about education.
They are.
What do you think about Cardano?
That was gonna be a question of mine on those.
That's a
Cardano is it's a great project. All these coins, have their purpose.
so that's another gem, family. We just dropped
I mean,
something else.
Cardano, is another one that deals with more of the retail people, more of
Emerging
humanity.
markets, basically.
more of humanity, more merging. You got cryptocurrencies that's gonna play the small roles, and you got cryptocurrencies that's gonna play major roles.
Do you think Cardano is going to play a small role or a big role, since it is Ethereum's competitor?
It's a big world, and people, not all the same people gonna drive the same car.
Okay,
Yeah.
So
okay.
They have an edge over Ethereum because of their scalability and the fact that they're doing most of their business in upcoming markets like in Africa and places
Emerging
like
market,
those
yeah.
emerging markets. So they have that edge and they have the scalability.
like she said on the last podcast we had, they gonna probably start merging.
So exactly, and I do
You know
see
what I'm
that
saying? It
they're
only makes sense.
going really, really big.
It only
because
gonna make
as soon as
sense.
those
At the
only
end of the
makes
day,
sense.
they're going to merge. It's like
Definitely gonna
T-Mobile
merge.
and Sprint.
Right.
Yeah, it's
They
gonna
can
happen.
merge.
Yeah.
They're gonna have
Eventually,
to.
they're gonna do that.
They're gonna have to.
Once you get all those third world countries, you know, technically what we call third world countries, like places in Africa where people walking around
And
with a
Haiti.
cell phone,
Yeah.
and they're holding millions
Absolutely.
of dollars worth of value on their phone. Once you get those people on the mainstream, where like a polka dot would be now using markets that are already in existence,
Yep.
they're eventually, those are gonna be the two competitors, and then maybe, you never know, they're gonna be merging, as you say.
Okay.
They're all connected in some way.
So if I were gonna, like on my, you know, portfolio,
Yeah.
I'm holding both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gem dropping, family. Gems
Gem
dropping.
dropping.
Definitely.
And
Listen,
drop every
you
gem.
gotta
Gem
you
drop.
gotta pay attention here, right?
Yeah.
You got your starter pack.
You got your starter.
You
pack.
got a little bonus, and we just put a little icing on the top right now.
Definitely. My thing, what everybody got to understand, even whether you're investors, definitely if you already invested, and you gotta understand that you're investing into your future.
Yes.
You should not even think twice to even thinking about selling your future.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not a Ponzi scheme.
You know, because you got the opportunity and you now looking at your real time investments for the first time in your life, and you watching it every day go up and down, but you don't even care what's going on when they invest into with your 401k and stuff. Doing the same thing.
Blindly do it.
Blindly doing it. And you
Blindly.
and you give money every 2 weeks, every week, every pay period they does it. But when you take in investments back in your own hand, you gotta take everything else that come with it. You gotta be patient.
You gotta be patient.
Never, I think, don't worry about the pumps and the
And the
so-called dumps. You know what I'm saying? In this industry, once you hodl enough and know that you got enough to be able to price exit, because you got to give yourself an exit plan. You know what I'm saying? And you have the ability to take when you want to take profits when you want to take it. You know what I'm saying? So take advantage of that. But nothing goes up in a straight line. Nothing goes down in a straight line. So you're not gonna get the perfect bottom. You're not gonna get the perfect top. So you gotta understand. Definitely. How could I say it? You gotta know when to take your money as it goes
What's
up.
your exit
yeah.
strategy?
What's your exit strategy? Price.
You have to
But
have
most importantly, you don't want to sell when it's down. You gotta have patience. You gotta have patience and let it continually to do its thing. And it's a mature thing. Sometimes it takes time. Just sit back and price entry so you can price exit.
All right.
Yeah.
So I see we come, man. That hour almost
Yeah, on this podcast, we keep it going, but it's on the anchor job.
flew by really quick, family. We had
Yeah.
57 minutes here.
Be real.
So all right. I don't want to rush this thing because there's a lot of information being dropped, right?
Yeah.
So
Catch the jail class, man. It's the one.
so hold on. Is there a question out there?
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
So each platform is coming out with a prepaid card. Now, when it comes to the exit strategy, do you feel? Let me reword my question.
I love where it's going.
Yeah.
I love
With
where it's
these
going.
platforms, they're coming out with prepaid debit cards.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? And when it comes to withdrawing funds, there's a limit and there is a fee.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So let's say, for instance, everything goes up, you have millions,
That's a good
and
question.
it's time for your exit strategy.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Where do you want to take the funds?
All
Do
right,
you want to take?
I'm gonna answer that. Hold that question.
Oh,
All right, family. Thank you for everybody that listened to here on the Anchorage app. We're gonna end the interview with me and Mannie
That's
Fresh.
a great way to end it.
So this is positive. This is peace. I hope everybody learned from this. Shout out to everybody in the family that's here on the podcast. Everybody that's in here. Give each other a round of applause.
Yay!
Thank you, yeah. So peace and love and peace.
Head
We'll
to
continue to keep this going. Thank you,
Anchorage.com.
listeners. Thank you.
Look for
This
Red
is
Dad,
your
Blue
Red
Dad.
Dad, Blue Dad. Peace.
Can I go at her,
Yeah,
give
we
my
rolling. We
comments
still
on
rolling.
her
We
question
still
first,
rolling.
Okay.
and then
Go ahead.
have you
Go ahead.
answer, just to see if I'm wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I would do in your case, because the minute you take
she's
money
still
off
offended, yes.
or take money from the platform, they start attaching taxes on there. So what I normally or what I would do is, if you're not gonna take all of that money off, I would put it in one of those stable coins, and then whenever you're ready to reinvest it in something else, then you go ahead and transfer it there. Because whatever you take off, you're gonna have to be paying taxes on those. As far as the debit cards go, I don't know how that works, because I think you're still charged taxes on those too.
Are you?
Right.
You definitely
So
are.
if I'm wrong, correct me please,
I didn't
and then
know
let's
that.
hear what you have to say on that.
So to avoid taxes, would it be beneficial to stake?
Actually,
Go ahead.
I'll take that one.
Go ahead.
I found some information because I think all the way through. Like, I think to the end, just like my sister over here. I think, hey, I know this is gonna pop. I put myself in positions for certain things to pop, so I was saying, hey, how can I not pay taxes
Yeah.
on all this beautiful money I'm gonna get?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So, I don't know how all of this works. However, there are some wonderful, as my Creole woman over here, Haitian woman would say, Moon Blanc. There's some Moon Blanc lawyers that came up with some ideas to actually, that's white folks for the people that don't understand that came up with some wonderful ideas to help us out with that. So you will put it in USD for the time being. Now you want to put it in USD because technically it's still in the market, non-taxable, but stable. Now you talk to the Moon Blancs and you tell them, hey, I got X, Y, and Z. I want to take my money out. I want to live off of the proceeds without doing and paying taxes. They said, hey, not a problem. I have this program to where you're going to create kind of like a what do they call it, non-for-profit organization,
NFT.
right? Hold on, let me finish it, and then you can ask the questions at the end. So after you come up with your non-profit organization, then you pick another non-profit organization after you die or after like 20 years, you want to give the remainder of the money left over to this non-profit organization. So you pick that. Then from there, they find a way to pay you out dividends off of that. And let me back up. When you do that, you actually get a 35%, from what I remember, you get a 35% for the next 5 years, 35% each year. Not over the course of it, but 35% each year of whatever money that you put over into that. So now, every year that you have this nonprofit organization that will pay out to you, which would be a portion of that money that you can spend and use, now you don't even have to pay taxes on it because the taxes that you would have to pay will be eaten up by the 35%, right? At least for the next 5 years. So you do that, and then what's great about that, the nonprofit organization that you set up that's actually paying you, they'll pay you for the rest of your life. And then let's say if you want a portion to go to that nonprofit organization, or if you got kids, you can, handle that at the end. But to me, what was the most beautiful thing about it was that it doesn't affect you into the sense that, you know how white people have typically, where they would get into an accident or something happened, now they want to sue you. But guess what? You ain't got no money. Because all of that money is from the what? Nonprofit organization. It's not from you. I sent the video to you, and he can send it out to you guys. But it's powerful because now it pays you at a certain percentage of your money that you take out, and also you get the full money. Because watch this, when you take it out of the stable coin that you have it in and you give it to them, that was another benefit of it. You don't pay any percentage on it, you don't pay any taxes on it. Why? Because it's a non-profit organization. So not only do you take all your money out, not only do you protect yourself because now you don't have any of the money, it's all in the non-profit organization that you created. Not only do the lawyers set it up to pay you, you are disconnected and still connected at the same time.
Wow.
And I'm gonna leave it at that. But now I don't know the particulars on it.
Right.
But there was a lawyer, Moon Blanc, that talked about all of this wonderful good stuff. And what's cool about it is that he actually has services on it. He says it is pretty low, but what on people that put out information like that. He said, hey, don't just look at mine, talk to other lawyers.
Yeah.
So when you hit, go ahead.
Also with that, if you look at the NBA players, all of those guys that just start making a lot of money, the first thing they have is a non-profit.
Non-profit.
Yeah.
So that's the reason they have that.
Because it helps separate their money and for tax reasons.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
So do you think with the owner of, the creator of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin,
Right.
do you think his donation to Shib Inu
Yes.
was for tax purposes or was it for charity purposes to support the pandemic?
I think it was for the latter, and the reason why I say that, right? Watch this. If I thought it was for tax purposes, he wouldn't have burned the rest of the sheep that he had.
Yeah.
He would have found a way to, to write that off or give that to other people, so that way he can have more, most of his money eaten up anyway. So he gave out like half of his sheep, and then the rest of his sheep he burned, because he realized when he gave out half of the sheep to India, and that's a lot of people don't realize. He gave it to India because India was, they had a horrible COVID incident, and one of the things that they needed was oxygen. They had no oxygen. So and so this is, and just so you know, just like we all know that people on COVID, when they are afflicted with it, they need oxygen, they need breathalyzers, they need machines, and India didn't have it. So he was like, I'm gonna find a way, I'm gonna give this money so that way they have some money to buy the things that they need to different other countries. Long story short, when he gave the sheep, he seen that the sheep went down. So he was hurt, at least from what he exclaimed and what he did. His actions backed up what happened, right? He said that, oh man, this is not what I expected. I wanted it to, pay out X amount of dollars, but it didn't, so let me do this. Let me try and help the sheep that I gave him. So he burned off the rest that he had to help boost up the actual amount of money that was in sheep. So that's my response and answer to that.
Man, we still dropping gems after about an hour into this thing, man.
Yeah.
Listen, family, so you really gotta take in this information that we're giving you. We're not charging anything for it. Again, we're not financial advisors,
This is not financial
and
advice.
this is not financial advice.
Yeah.
But
Entertainment
people
purposes
are
only.
charging for this thing and this information, and we could too, but we choose not to at this time because we're on a mission, right? Red Dad, Blue Dad is on a mission.
Red Dad, Blue Dad's a movement. We all.
It's a movement.
Yeah, we your army.
Yeah.
We
Real.
on a movement. So, brother, let me ask you this: you've been at this thing for a little bit now. When you first started into this crypto thing, did you imagine or could you fathom the thought how big this Red Dad, Blue Dad thing, family, business would grow? Did you? Because I know you're a researcher, man, right? Did you see this getting to where we are now?
I mean, you really get what you put out there, right? And I put a lot out there, right? Whether certain people have eyes to see and ears to listen.
You do.
It's the law of numbers. If you do sales,
Yeah.
you keep pitching. Keep pitching.
Eventually,
Believe it.
that no gonna turn into you.
You believe in something, or you know something, knowing something.
Yeah.
You go out there each and every day, you're gonna find success in it. I do this every single day because I don't do it first of all, I do it for myself. And all I'm doing is just sharing my journey, right? But when it comes to the Red Dad, Blue Dad, like I said, Red Dad, Blue Dad it didn't start with me. I didn't invent the game.
Right.
I'm just playing it.
You're just playing it.
Just playing.
I didn't invent red. I didn't invent blue.
Right.
I didn't invent Republican. I didn't invent a Democrat. I didn't invent Pepsi. I didn't invent Coca-Cola. I didn't invent none of that. I just added my own energy and my own spin to the color of red and blue. And everything else, like I used to watch this movie, I think it was Kevin Costner or somebody, I'm not sure. If you build it, they will come.
They will come.
Same
Feel the dreams.
Yes.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
Feel the dreams,
You
bro.
know,
Feel the dreams.
if
That's
you
what
build
it
it,
is.
they will come. If you build it, they will come.
It's a great movie, by the way.
I mean, a lot of the stuff that I looked at when I was younger, I didn't understand it. But now that I'm older and I go back and play it in my head, I'm like,
Right.
damn, where was I? Why couldn't I have been given this a long time ago? Why couldn't somebody explain this movie to me a long time ago? Why couldn't somebody explain Groundhog to me a long time ago? Remember Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
Bill Murray?
Hey, that's what we all used to do until we got into crypto.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Groundhog Day, man.
Yeah.
Do the same thing
Same
over
thing,
and over
over
again.
and
Like, and it's
over.
okay to too.
Over and over. Yeah.
But I wake up each and every day, man, with a different energy, man, a different fire,
That's
knowing that I'm that much closer,
But I have a
closer to my
question on
dreams,
that.
or closer to my thoughts.
Do you think if you had all this information prior to now, would you be this receptive of it? In other words, would you have done the same thing that you're doing now with this information that you have now? Would you have done it then?
I think for me, I always use this scenario. If I had $1 million, or even $10 million a year ago, I probably would just destroyed myself. You know what I'm saying? I would have set myself up for destruction.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna answer this real good for you. If I'm a child, if I'm a rich spoiled child, and I ask for a Lamborghini for my 16th birthday, I know my parents can afford it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm spoiled. I get it. I got everything I have. Got everything I want in life so far. But I didn't get the Lamborghini. Got me an Acura. Or Mercedes. Whatever. But I want a Lamborghini. The parents know that this Lamborghini gonna kill my 16-year-old son and my 16-year-old daughter.
Right.
They ain't ready for that.
Yeah.
So why would the parents give that child? That child may not understand it.
Understand the power.
Yeah, they may not understand that the reason why the parents ain't gave him this car because they know it's too powerful. They ain't ready to handle this kind of thing yet. They can't handle this. They ain't ready. They ain't even started driving yet.
Right.
So for me, with that kind of money, my mind wasn't ready for that kind of money because I would have destroyed myself.
Right.
But now,
You're right there.
because of I'm ready for it now I know what to do with billions of dollars, not millions. I know what to do with billions of dollars. I have a plan for billions of dollars. I have it written down. If you build it, they will come.
Right. Right.
If you ask, you shall receive.
That's deep.
These I didn't make these words up. I didn't create
Right.
the universe.
Right.
I'm just playing the game.
Okay.
And if you know the game, you can't get played.
Can't get played.
So that's how it's
Going
That's
back
deep.
on that again, though.
huh?
Do you think because knowing what the red dad and blue dad mentality is, and what you just explained about the responsibility of having a lot of money at a very young age, do you think if you were grown or if you were brought up with that red dad mentality, you would have known different?
None of this exists. Everybody has a cause, everybody has a plan for where they at right now in their life. You know what I'm saying? So it's whatever role you play, whatever role you choose to play. What hat you choose to wear every time you walk out the door. So I think we all here because we all choose to be here and we all chose our own role to play.
Right.
So this ain't by coincidence. I think that we all know in this certain realm that we in, I think we all probably in here is probably millennium babies. We understand that our baby boomers is just do whatever the system say do. Go take the vaccine shot, they go take it, eat
Go
at
do
6
it.
o'clock, eat at
Go
6
do it.
o'clock.
Right.
Look at the news.
Look at the news.
You know what I'm saying? They the ones still read the newspaper. We ain't. So we are millennials, means that we are in the middle of Generation Z and baby boomers.
Yeah.
So we the ones that make the decisions right now.
Right. Yeah.
So everybody in here understand that we are in a financial war
Right.
and want to know that it's something different.
Yeah.
We thought of ourselves to be in this position to drive this vehicle that we're in, which is investment to financial freedom.
Yeah.
And I think to give you the definitive answer you're looking for, because we worked every day together, and I asked him similar questions, and I think to answer that question for you, I think he had to go through the things that he went through to kind of understand where he needs to be, and not only him, right? What was so dope about our talks was that, and even to this day, because and let me back up. From the beginning, I told him that once I finally got on board, what I told him was that you should charge for this. Like, the information you're giving is priceless. At the very least, just the chat alone should be a Patreon of like $50 a month. Like, the amount of money that you could make off of the information that he gives you is huge. Because if you go on YouTube, if you go to other places, these people are not talking about it yet. If you watch this, and not just because I'm here and this is my boy here in front of me, if you literally follow the chat, if you literally look at the date that he gives you this information, if you literally go to YouTube and you follow and look at the date 2 weeks down the road, now somebody talks about the information that he gives you.
Yeah.
It is bananas. And go ahead. Go ahead, man.
I think it's all about timing, right? Being at the right place at the right time. You know, Red Dad, Blue Dad had to go through what he had to go through, right?
Right.
He had some wins, he had some losses, right?
Right.
But he's here now at the perfect time, the perfect place, with the perfect people that are willing to receive the information, right?
That's right, man.
Yes, that is true.
So I think that might answer the question a little bit too. It's all about timing. Because I'm speaking to me personally now, is that, you know, I did what they told me to do. Right? And you guys can attest to this now.
Yeah.
You probably in the same boat. Go to school, get good grades.
We talked about this, man.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Get good grades, get a job, work hard, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For 30 to 40 plus years, and hope to retire. Hope to retire.
Preach up.
Hope to retire with enough money that can last you until you die. Because we are now living long. So I'm just living for me. That's not even including, my 401k is not including my son.
Yeah.
It's not including my daughter.
It's gonna end.
It's going to end,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Crazy.
now that we have the information,
Yes, sir.
right? We have the knowledge to say, wait a minute, I can no longer be a blue dad if I want to create generational wealth,
Preach. Come on, man. That's
Yeah.
right?
That's it right
I
there.
have to now move into the realm of the red dad and break this curse or break this cycle
That's right.
so that my son, my daughter, can not have to have that worry about money,
That's right, man.
There you go.
right? Let me take that responsibility away.
That's right.
Because that's financial freedom right there.
That is freedom.
The lack
It is.
of worry for money. Yes.
You have to understand also too, are we doing all of this, you know, relearning everything that we were taught to just for us to make all of that money to pass on to our family? Or what is it that we can do now to pass this information on to the next generation so they are at least 10 years ahead of us, more educated on this type of thinking?
I think it's a twofold thing, right?
Right.
One, I want to, of course, take care of family, not just me, but my kids.
But we have to also teach them.
But here
that
we
they
go.
need to bring that information
So
forward and
that's
not
where
just
that
take from what you
knowledge
worked hard
is passed
and
down,
give it
right?
back to them.
So, cause like the example you just give, if I go out and buy my son a Lamborghini, he ain't worked a day in his life. He don't know what I had to do to get that Lamborghini, right? He can go out there and wreck that Lamborghini, walk away, and not even care about it, right?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't understand the sacrifice that we had to do, right?
You're enabling. them.
We're now sacrificing, not just for us.
That's right.
The information that we learn, we're gonna have to pass it down, because that's how you break the generational wealth curse,
It already
right?
started.
And once we pass it down, we now have the responsibility. I'm gonna say it's a responsibility
Yes, sir.
It is, because it's very
to
hard
now
do that too.
educate and teach, because if we fail to teach this information, the sacrifice, it's going to die,
Yes.
right? So you have to be, I think, and I don't want to go there, but I got to go there, right? Too much is given, much is required, right?
Come on, Spider-Man.
So we are at the right time, right place,
Yes, sir.
with the right information,
Yes.
given a lot, because a lot is going to be required.
Yes.
And we don't joke around when we say this is the new Black Wall Street.
No, I'm dead serious.
We're serious about
I'm
that,
dead serious.
because Black Wall Street will create multiple millionaires that will then create more,
Multiple jobs. Multiple
Right?
opportunities.
that will then create that real freedom that all of us are looking for. It's not about me. It's about you, and your families.
Yes.
Because if we can create Black Wall Street
Yeah.
again,
No if. When.
there we go.
When
There we go.
We replicate Black Wall Street,
There we go.
do you understand the magnitude? And we talk about this all the time, right, bro?
we're innovators.
Do you know the magnitude, how we can affect change?
Yes.
There would be no, because I know our hearts. I know, because I talk to this brother a lot, right? When money is no longer an issue, when it's no longer an issue, now you have the responsibility to change. And we have to learn that this is our opportunity, this crypto environment, this space now, is our opportunity to affect change.
And man,
It's a responsibility.
And not to drag it on, because I know it's getting pretty late for all of us.
It's
Yeah,
an
it
hour
is.
and 22 minutes.
Yes, but to piggyback off of that, when we spoke, I dug down and I asked the man. Remember, we was in the truck. I asked him. I said, "What do you see once you reach the pinnacle of where you want to be? What do you see once you're there and have the amount of money that you're looking for to be like, you know what? Now I can do the things that I want to do." And what was so powerful to me and what was so impactful to me, the brother was talking about giving, talking about, hey, this is what we're gonna do. I want to give this knowledge out. I'm gonna hold seminars. I'm gonna give out free, have events at big hotels where my people can come out and they can learn what I learned and have the opportunity to expand themselves and just go around the globe and just do that while he still consistently still invest, still let his money make money for him, but just push the message and on a much grander scale.
Yeah.
And to me, when I heard that, I was just like, my dude, I gotta fucking support you.
Right.
Like, why not utilize my skills? Why not utilize my time, my talents to help support this man accomplish a dream that's gonna help people that look like fucking me.
Right. Exactly.
And I think that's beautiful. So at the end of the day, to have this interview for Red Dad, Blue Dad to understand his end game of wanting to expand and impact his people on a global level.
Right.
It is powerful. And I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna turn it back over to Manny because I don't want to talk all night. I know we have to close it up.
Because we could do this
Thank you
all
for the
night,
time.
right? Because the
Yeah.
information is just so it's just so good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I joke around with Red Dad. I give him a lot of names, right? So I tell him all the time, man, this Malcolm King, right? And I call him that because he's a mix of two, right? He's a mix of Malcolm.
No, what I was saying, I mean, the Red Dad, Blue Dad is a contrast, and I understand that very perfectly.
Yeah, right.
I don't want us to lose sight of the Blue Dad that got us here.
Right.
So, because even in this current generation, like with our children, we have to have them go through some of that Blue Dad mentality because they have to go through something to learn, to know, to be receptive of this information that we're giving them now. So, I think we should probably use it as a stepping stone to get to where we are, to that change in the way we think.
But I agree with you. I think we have to go through that Blue Dad stage to get to Red Dad.
Even some of the Red Dad send their children to a Blue Dad program.
Of course.
Just for them to get the insight.
They need to learn
Before they can get
the value.
Yeah.
To value it. If
But,
I don't value anything, I don't care about
It's
it.
gonna be wrecking that same Lamborghini again without knowing.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Manny, we gonna sum it up. I think it's been great.
It's been great.
It's been great with everybody. Appreciate the support. Appreciate everything, man. I appreciate all us being one. And that's the whole thing. So
I got one more thing for
Yeah.
you, right? Before we close out. If you can give us one thing that we can walk away from to look at tonight that would better us or better me, what would that one thing be?
Oh man, that's
Just one thing. I know that's a loaded question
That's
right
a
now.
loaded question, man. Because that's loaded for me to answer it with so many great minds in here. Because everybody works is gonna be different for me to give one thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think that one thing that that I can mention, I think everybody that's listening and that's in this room already have it. I think if you in this room, I think if you listen to us speak, I think we all on the same vibration.
Yeah.
I think we all have what it takes. You ain't listen to this by
Just
coincidence.
because,
You
right.
ain't, you know what I'm saying? If you got through 100 an hour and 20 minutes, you here for something. You heard something. It's gonna be something
Something
that
draw you to
one of us said in here that's gonna change somebody's life for the rest of their life, man.
It's a Friday night at 1 a.m.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So whoever
Right.
listen to this podcast and
It's
everybody's
one.
part of it, you already have that one thing.
Time
Plenty
flies
other
when you're
things.
having fun.
You already have that one thing.
Got you.
This is not by coincidence that you even brought to this information, that you're listening to this information,
Yep.
you know? So you already have that one thing.
Okay.
It's already in you. And you're gonna know it as soon as you walk outside what that one thing is.
Well, family,
Yeah.
it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We spent time to really dive deep to see who this Red Dad, Blue Dad is. You know, to really understand
Yeah.
what the crypto thing is, right? Because it's not, to me, a speculation anymore. Because you see
It's not
you
speculation.
see it in plain sight.
Either you buying your future, or you selling your future, or you letting it pass you by.
You let it pass you by, right?
Yeah, none of this stuff. Again, this closing. This stuff is life term. This is your future. It's your future.
Yeah.
Crypto is your future. Don't let your news, your television, sell you on some other bull crap. Your government officials getting in line right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They getting in line. Your bankster gangsters getting in line right now.
Yes, yeah.
They all getting ready.
Been in line.
Because they're not gonna
Been
get
in
left
line.
behind, but they'll love for you to get left behind and make you think that you need them. Now you have the time to take banking in your own hand. You got time to be your own financial advisor.
Wow.
You
That's
know what I'm
powerful.
saying? So
That's powerful.
get
Brother-
on the train or get ran over by it, be a part of it, or it's gonna pass you by.
Right. Well, brother, I thank you for your time.
Already.
I thank you for,
Already.
you know, just educating us on just the space that we move into.
Already.
Right?
Man. Yeah.
Because not too many people doing that, right?
Nobody's doing it.
That
Nobody.
look like you and me.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing it.
So I just want, you know, if we want to connect with you on YouTube, or we want to, you know, make a donation for this information that we've received, where can we go to do that?
Well, if you're watching this on YouTube, you know, the algorithm, man, hit the like button, hit
Yep.
subscribe, comment. You know, I don't understand, like a lot of people. I'm a YouTuber that watch YouTube. First thing I do is when I go on somebody's page, I hit the like button. I'm subscribed to you. I'm hitting the like button every single time.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing I do.
Yeah.
That's how you support them. I'm not paying for it, so the least I can do is hit the like button.
Tap costs you
It's tap. It costs you nothing. Just tap it.
Tap.
You know, and then, you know, if I listen to some other YouTubers and I was raised, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. I ain't got, you know, I don't hit,
Right.
I never ever hit the negative, the thumbs down. I never hit
Right,
it.
right. Right.
Everybody has their own opinion with anything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that person that put their energy out there like that. You know, I don't have to hit the thumbs down on it. I ain't got to hit the thumbs up either.
Right. Right.
But where I was raised, if you ain't got nothing good to say nothing at all, right?
Right.
So
Old school raised.
that's how you support me.
Okay.
You know, man, you know, that's pretty much it, man. You know,
Man, this brother's so humble, man.
So
So
humble.
humble,
man.
right?
Yeah.
You
Lots
know,
quiet.
it's just it's hard to find good people like this, right? So, family, I thank you for your time. Thank you for sticking through the interview with Red Dad, Blue Dad,
yo,
and we gonna do it again.
yeah.
So, shouts out to everybody listening.
Shouts out.
Yeah, yeah.
We did it.
Thank you, family.
Peace.
There we go, sir.
Yeah.
I